Hi, welcome to my sketchbook tour. I've been really wanting to do a tour of this sketchbook. I'm gonna jump right into it because this is a big one. I don't want this video to be too long. This is a Zapbook sketchbook. Honestly, I never heard of this brand. I picked it up when I went to France for the first time, actually in Belgium. I just wanted a fun souvenir, something that I would actually use, and it turned out to be one of my favorite sketchbooks that I've done. This is a sticker my friend made. Unfortunately, you can't get one. Sorry. This is a sticker from Papa 2 Studios. I'll put their Instagram in the description. Orion sticker I made. I believe I drew this the day I got this sketchbook, just using colored pencils I bought with it. Not really much, just kind of documenting a little bit of my trip here. And of course, starting out with Orion. This is a page where I drew something here and I didn't like it. So I went back in much later, drew a comic on a separate piece of paper, cut it up and pasted it in. Keep that in mind whenever you draw something you don't like. Instead of ripping out the pages, just get a new page and glue it over. If you didn't know, these are lyrics from that song, You're So Pretty. Okay, this is a character from Orion's story. I have not introduced him yet. If he looks familiar, if he looks kind of like Karaya, that's because they are related. But yeah, just an interaction between Orion and him. Can't really say much else. This was another page I didn't really like, and then I ended up putting a lot of things over it. I think I was doing some Star Trek fan art, because, you know. So Orion and Rigel. Don't know what's happening here. Oh. Yeah. Star Trek. Some Rigel with his head shaved. I think I drew this a lot, or a couple more times. Yeah, there he is. Rigel with his head shaved. I don't know why, but Rigel page. This was just a random idea I had where Rigel knocks on Orion's door and he's all like disheveled. I really don't know what else was supposed to happen. Anyways, I definitely posted this one on my Instagram. This is them just wearing my clothes, which I feel like everyone with OCs does something similar to that. Some Rue drawings. He's fun to draw. Another page I think I hated, so I made these drawings of me as a rat and I put them in. I glued them over. Not much else to say there, and that's pretty much it. If you know the reference to this drawing, if you know, you know. I drew this for my thank you cards that I was sending in my shop with my sticker shop. I drew it in the sketchbook originally, then I decided to color it in. Not sure I like how the colors turned out, but it's alright. Oh, okay, this was me character designing. You can tell because I'm repeatedly saying no, rejecting, making notes. I can tell you right now, I did nothing with this character. This character is nowhere. So, and here as well. More character designing. I think I thought that I got it, like I figured out what the design was gonna be, and then I scrapped it. This is another cutout, pasted over page. I love making Orion hit this pose. I've already animated it. You see me draw it. It's just, I don't know, it's a pose I love to draw with Orion. This was using like a multicolor pencil. I love those. Sometimes they look bad, but most of the time, I would say they're really fun. This is some genuine sketching, pens, some brush pen, pencil. I was realizing at this point that I didn't really like the way pencil felt in the sketchbook. I think pen does feel better just because like the paper, the texture of the paper, it is kind of like newspaper, but like a little thicker. It's not my favorite, that's for sure. Okay, this comic is a scene from The Nanny, because me and my friend were watching it, and these lines felt like something they would say to each other. So I had to draw it. This is me trying to draw Orion as the sticker. And I think I was probably going to do that one too, but then I was like, this looks insane. I'm not drawing anymore. I keep thinking this is Ube vibe. I think something dramatic is happening here. Some more sketching. This is using like a reference, like one of those reference books. And then I cut his feet off. I didn't draw him high enough. for his feet to fit in, so I stuck in these little paper taps for his feet. This is one of my favorite spreads in the sketchbook. This is definitely the point in which I was like, wow, I actually really love what's going on here. Because as you can tell, a lot of this stuff is like pasted over, because I was trying to get the vibe of the sketchbook. I was trying to feel it out. And it was not really inspiring me until I hit this page, which is funny because this is all with like colored pencil, which I had said only a few pages before that it sucks in the sketchbook. But actually, I think with these specific pencils, it looked better. I think they're a type of pencil that's more creamier. It looks much nicer. Orion and Juniper, Rigel. This is a character that I haven't really introduced yet, and I was kind of character designing him here, and I'm pretty sure this is the design I'm going with. You'll know about him eventually. When I was younger, what got me into drawing was anime, Sailor Moon, Pokemon, if you consider that anime. In high school, I decided I wanted to stop drawing like that because I entered my cringe era. I was cringed out by anime style. So I tried my hardest to separate myself from that. And I think to a degree it worked, because a lot of people look at my stuff and they don't really see anime. But I feel like that's kind of sad now because I don't see it as cringe, having an anime style. And there are things that I wish that I could still do. Historically, I've been known to draw a chibi. Loved drawing those little guys. Now, with my style, I don't really have like a little chibi style. So I've been trying to find it, which is what these little drawings are. I feel like they're really good. I really like them. I feel like they capture my style in a cutesy way. So I'm playing around with that a lot in the sketchbook. Oh, I love this spread too. So Ryan wearing my outfit again. These are like paper shreddings. I think I got these in the mail. Somebody used them as filler for the package, and then I just kind of kept them. I love to junk journal. And this is all with colored pencil. Okay, this is photo reference page, me just looking at pictures and drawing them with pen, and I overlap them with different colors because I don't really find them to be that fun to look at in my sketchbook, so I think I try to do something fun here. I like it, it's not bad. It's always good to draw some studies. Karaya, looking cool. Juniper and Orion. Love those two together. That was me trying to do a Juniper chibi, and them too. I think this is me doing like notes about the anatomy of a harpy. Yeah, because here's some more on the other page. What their hands might look like. I feel like just like with mermaids, maybe a little bit less so, but like harpies are often redesigned by like other artists, how they would reinvent them. And with the Mamaji, because a lot of them are mythical beings that already kind of exist, I'm trying to like also reinvent them in a way that's more original to me and my story, just because I feel like it's more fun that way. So trying to figure that out. Some Rigel. Loving this one. This one's really good. Attempts are made. More character designing for a character that doesn't exist. Rigel with long hair. Another attempt. And Juniper. Okay, this is based at the very, very beginning, so it's not really a spoiler, but at the very, very beginning when Orion first meets Juniper, he kind of immediately gets a little crush on her because he's a sucker for cute, bubbly girls. It's obviously not meant to be. And it's just a little one. That one's not so bad. Here's another comic alluding to that. Yeah, Kraya's not gonna take it. Sorry, Orion. I think this is some sort of hurt comfort situation going on. Yeah. This is a little comic based on Orion having a minor background character role in my student film. He did actually have one line in that film, so if you haven't seen it, if you want a little Orion cameo, human Orion cameo, he's on there with pink hair. Drawing more of the rest of the crew, the rest of the gang, with earrings. That's fun. Some random pen drawings, anime eyes, some more reference drawings. I like the colors that I did here. My little ticket pasted in the middle. I think that's kind of fun. These are thumbnails and little keyframe sketches for a dialogue animation I wanted to do with Orion. I actually found this in my drafts a month ago, and because I had started it, and it's really good. So hopefully at some point I'll get back to it. You'll see all this coming to fruition. Okay, some expressions. I like these ones. Some pencil drawings. This is using a reference for muscular back. And of course, had to put Rigel's face on it because he's built like that, I guess, you know? Okay, I think these next few pages are from when I did like sketch requests on Instagram. So if you're seeing this and you don't follow me on Instagram, I would go follow me there. So in the future, when I post sketch requests on my story, you can go and, you know, participate because I do them. A tiny little Rue comic where he's admiring himself. Yeah. A cat drawing. I was requested. Waluigi. Genya. Love Genya. Orion using Rigel to put on his shoes. This is Orion and Rigel's kids, but obviously that's Blue, Orion's human form, not Orion. No horns, as you can see. Some Will, love him. Juniper, gorgeous. Rigel, I guess. Onion Bagel says do not open, and I'm going to respect what it says and not open it. Oh, this was a request for a clothing swap with Orion and Rigel. Realistically, I think Rigel would just tear Orion's clothes up if he tried to put them on. So, but we're keeping it kid friendly here. Karaya feeding Juniper, of course. Some teasing. Oh, this was a hair swap situation. Rigel looks fine. Orion, I think I gotta redraw that because that is not looking right. His horns are way too close together, first of all. I also just think his hair is meant for him. I like this drawing. And Rigel, of course. Oh, okay. Orion eating a cookie. Some character designing. Rue. This is a sticker that was from my thermal label printer. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, clearly this is a shopping list, a grocery list. But again, this is kid friendly here, so I can only show you about that much. But you've seen this trend, I think, a couple of years ago, right? He's just putting on some pants, that's all. If you want, there's going to be some more drawings that I have covered up that I'm not going to be able to show you on this sketchbook tour. But if you really like the sketchbook, or you really want to see those drawings, I have a digital download of the sketchbook where I scanned every page and put it up on my Ko-fi for you to buy. So you can go look at some high quality scans of this thing. Get a few drawings that you're not going to see here, not seen by everyone. This was some costume designing based on some designs from Sakura Cardcaptor, because they have some really good outfit designs in that show. I love that she always has like a new cute little outfit every episode. Honestly iconic. Okay, this is when Tears of the Kingdom was being announced and they dropped the Ganon model and everyone was drawing him. And of course, I can't resist a big beefy man to draw, so that's my Ganon. Yeah. That one's on the digital download if you want to see that drawing. This is a sketch that I turned into a finished work that I think I posted, but this is also from my thesis film, Orion as a Waiter. This is me sketching and thumbnailing a digital painting I wanted to do with them. I think this one is like a correction. It's a little lighter. Can't really see it as well. Some flowers outside of my house. It's kind of random. More character designing. Also, sorry for the lighting change. I think the sun is going down, so I might have to stop this soon and resume later. Tomorrow, bluebell drawing. I think this was me trying to do like more illustration in the sketchbook. It's not bad, just not exactly what I was envisioning, but it's kind of cool. I like the colors going on. It's fun. Hi. It's been a little over a week. I had to stop filming because I had to go somewhere, and then my friend visited me for a week. So now we're back to this. I left off on this page. This is a little tip for when you run out of inspiration in your sketchbook, because this always works for me. Although I don't want to promote overconsumption, only get what you know you're going to use. But I like to go out and buy some new supplies. And that always makes me want to, test them out in my sketchbook. I usually go and get cheap whatever I can find at Daiso. And that it usually is enough for me just to get the juices flowing, and I know that I will use it. There's nothing that makes me draw more than cheap supplies, because when you have expensive supplies, I do the same thing even though I know I do it, is I just like savor it and I don't use it as much, which defeats the purpose. But with the cheap supplies, I know I can just run to Daiso and buy it again if I run out. So I just use it even for like shitty drawings, because I'm like, it doesn't matter. Hot tip. Anyways, yeah, so I got these like really bright highlighter pens, some glitter gel pens. This is a Pinterest reference, Rue. I was trying some stuff out with Juniper's hair because, as you know, or if you don't know, she is a shapeshifter, and one thing she likes to do is change her hair a lot, so it's always fun to try different hairstyles on her. Me swatching my new supplies. Okay. So again, using those supplies, I just got really inspired, I guess. Juniper with her hair. I don't think I like it. Maybe I'm just not drawing it well enough to like it. I don't know what this outfit is, but it's kind of fun, isn't it? These are what I used in that drawing before with him in my outfit with that nice spread. This one, just using scraps. Okay, I really like this page. I love all the big drawings I did here. I love his stupid little heart. Love this drawing. This one I'm sure you've seen on my Instagram. I've done like full render of this picture, which I believe was a reference to some like Pinterest picture. Okay, this is a comic I drew. It's very vague and obscure, but it's Orion and Rue talking about something plot related. Maybe you can gather what that might be from the context clues. If not, well, I won't spoil it for you. But I liked this whole like thing of doing like a whole like serious comic using this black ink wash and the blue as my toner. It was fun. Rigel expression, mostly just upset looking. That's just how he is though. Rigel, this is me designing Rigel's outfit and his sword a little bit, but in my classic over designing way. Also cut off his feet, so very cool. Not good for animation though. Another comic. I wish I did something here too with like a wash of color or something to make it look a bit more put together, but it doesn't really matter. You get the point. Rigel and Karaya. This is basically the moment of them meeting for the first time. Some Will with an earring. Another comic of Orion and Rigel. I don't know if you can read it. If I haven't mentioned it yet, I do have a scan of the sketchbook available on my coffee shop. So if you want like high res scans of this and you can like actually read all these things, like the comic, a little bit better because my writing is kind of bad and this is a little hard to see. If you get that on my coffee, you can look through the sketchbook at your own pace and read these little comics. But yeah, if not, I mean, just another very vague, obscure comic. It's kind of foreboding too. That's a lot of the story is foreboding. One of those moments. This is my sweater. Nothing else to say there. One Piece study from like the very beginning, the 1999 style. Because that style is so just pleasing to look at. Remember that comic idea that was not really a comic, but just an idea? But now this is the reverse of that from back there. Don't know why. Making faces. I really don't like how this page turned out because I did this like black outline, and then when I wanted to color it in, it was bleeding with the color, and so I couldn't really do a full color on this, and that was kind of upsetting because then you can't really do anything with it. So I just gave up on it a little bit. It happens. Not every page can be perfect. Unlike this page. Joking. I do like the colors though. Hand difference. One of those moments. Classic oops, we fell. Perspective stuff. Ophelia. Random rant drawing. Okay, I think this was me vent drawing, but using Orion because, Anyways, he's crying. And a nice hurt comfort moment. Draw your hurt comfort if you can't get that comfort yourself, you know? Very lovely. I don't like this drawing. I just really hate this page. I don't know why. It's not even that bad. I just the way he's like slanted, this like yeah, it angers me. I'm surprised I didn't go over and like paste something else on top of this, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not that bad. I think this was based off of like the size difference of those two guys, and like they're both holding the same cookie, but like they're not the same. But Will is very nice about it. This is character designing work. More character designing. Don't know who he is, and I don't think we ever will know. So long, mister. This is character designing for Orion's story. These are characters that I have yet to introduce, but they are really important. And their designs are pretty unlocked so far. Orion. These are using those Tombow like alcohol markers. They're so nice. I love the colors on those things. And then colored pencil on top. It looks so good. Another art supply haul. I think I just got some Prismacolors and some crayons. Really bad crayons though. I remember not liking these at all. I also got this caterpillar fidget toy. I still have it. It's just a plastic little thing, but you know, it does the job. Dancing. Will and Orion. This drawing is scary. I don't know why his eyes are so shiny. I like this one. I should make that into a sticker. Don't you like an almost kiss? I know I love them. Oh, you know this scene. Yeah, I love this kind of scene. Mm-hmm. It's so them. Oh, this was thumbnailing for an animation idea that never ended up happening. Very summer. I like these character designs though. These are fun. Character designing. I like the colors that I have here. This checker box thing. It's cool. Character designing, trying to make it look prettier. More character designing, the name. This is me not wanting to go to the post office. Yeah. More random doodles. I like this little Orion. The colors look insane here, and they probably look insane on the camera too. He actually is orange, and he's not supposed to be orange. It's so hard to find his actual skin color shade in like a real life marker, pen, paint, whatever. But here, I capture it perfectly. This is my actual favorite page of this sketchbook. This is the one and only time I think I made this like a full horizontal spread. This is based off of like a drawing I did of them 5 years ago now, probably. Summer drawing like on the way to the beach, and they look so different. They actually look like teenagers compared to this drawing. And this one is like completely like multimedia. We got some markers, we got some crayons, colored pencils, highlighters. These little stars are little tissue paper cutouts. I really went like crazy on this, and I just think it looks so good. It all just goes together very well. Very happy with this spread. And then, of course, the bleed through. The sketchbook is actually not so bad on the bleed through. Of course, with alcohol markers, you have to find a very specific sketchbook to not have bleed from alcohol markers. So I just put this on top of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't really be able to draw on it. This is character designing work. So is this. This is my thumbnail for this drawing, just testing out to make sure the colors were going to look good together and like it's going to be cohesive. And it actually is like their color palette. More character designing. Really like this one. More character designing. You can tell I'm thinking really hard because there's nothing really else on this page besides this character design. More finalized character work. Yeah. Brought this back. Hey, I don't know what to say. I just really liked it. It was really fun. More of those Tombow alcohol markers. They just look so nice. I'm obsessed, actually. And this color is perfect for Orion, which is also hard color to find for some reason. It's a very specific shade. Okay, you're just gonna have to read this on your own. I don't think I can read it for you. I actually really love this comic. Incredible stuff here. I remember I hated this drawing, and then it came back and I put this colored pencil over it. Like I went in colored in with colored pencil, and I kind of like the way it rendered out, so it makes me like the drawing a little bit more. Don't know what's going on with his face, so don't ask. Maybe it looks better on the camera, maybe not. But hey, now I don't hate it. This is fun. I like that. Character designing, bringing some different colors in to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. This is really nice. I like this drawing. Oh, this is my Cyan Sona. Me as a Cyan. Around in my outfit. Looking good. Like it. Like the colors. Wacky pose, but he is a wacky guy. I don't know what's going on here. It's nothing weird. I think he's just like checking his belt buckle. I actually don't know. He's a weird guy. Oh, this was me planning for a summer zine with my characters where I was gonna do comics and like outfit spreads, like the full spread you saw earlier, and I just never ended up making it, which is really sad. Maybe one day I will though, because summer is my favorite season and I would like to do something like that in the future. Me working on the anatomy of chests for men, don't know why, but this looks nice. I also like this pencil I did. I don't know what pencil I used here, but I really like it. Okay, it's been a few days since I last recorded, and I'm hoping I can get this all done in one last go before the sunlight goes away. Okay, sleepy drawing. I think this is markers and colored pencil. Nothing there. This is my Cyan Sona. More of that. More character designing. This character. So this is a random drawing. On the way home one day, I passed by a strawberry farm and there was an old man outside wearing this strawberry outfit with these like Mickey Mouse gloves, and I just thought it was really cute, and so I had to come home and draw it to remember it. I wish I had time to stop by and buy some strawberries so that he would know that his marketing works, but here it's immortalized forever. These are just expression drawings with Orion. You wouldn't be able to tell because of the sketchbook, but I actually really love just drawing in like graphite pencil, but I think I just love color more. Yeah, a rare graphite pencil page. It does look really nice, but you know, more doodles, height difference drawing. That's not it. I don't like it. He's looking at us. Little vent comic I did. We gotta have some of those. I don't know who this guy is. It's very random. I really don't know what's going on here, but I like this color combo. Green and the pink. Big fan of that. I love this page. See, another graphite pencil drawing, but this time I did like a wash of watercolor underneath, which I really love the look of, and the texture is really nice. I'm kind of surprised I didn't do this a lot more, but yeah, I think I was just doing some muscle male anatomy references and then throwing Rigel's face on top because of course, yeah, I love the spread. Simple. I love this spread. Okay, I love the colors going on here. Everything is just really good. I love this Orion drawing. I need to make a sticker of this. I've been wanting to do that forever. Really fun. Yeah, good stuff. I think this was another instance of where I had bought new supplies and it just inspired me to make a whole spread. Okay, Karaya drawing, some junipers down here. I do a little bit more of this later on, but I love making these like weird references that Rigel is just not a nice person. In the beginning, he really is hard to like. This page, I think I was trying to really like make myself draw my other characters more, which I do think I draw a lot of them in the sketchbook, but it's always nice to remind myself to do it. And these ones are actually colored, so that's also an added bonus, which I think is really funny compared to these two who are not colored at all for a change. I also don't know what's going on up here. There's nothing I can really tell you about this. Okay, another one of these poses. Yeah, this is when I started playing Tears of the Kingdom. Some Link drawing, although I really don't think I captured him very well. I feel like sometimes I do fan art and it's like super hit or like complete miss, where I feel like Link shouldn't be hard for me to draw, but somehow I was not getting it. Yeah, these drawings I was trying to do with like crayon, which I love the texture and look of crayons, but clearly I was doing something wrong because this looks crazy. I think you can even see it on camera. The texture is just not right. Love this little pose. Yeah, again, another Rigel in his bad boy era, I guess. The spread is just an idea I had where Orion falls asleep with gum in his mouth and he gets his mullet cut off. That's what he would look like with a non-mullet haircut. Oh my gosh, I love this red. Okay, again, me really trying to do my little chibi Orions. That's really fun. And then I had all these. I think I only like this one of all of these. This one's really strange, but fun layout. I like what's going on here, the colors and everything. Also, the funny thing is, Rigel's skin color is really hard like color match with anything that isn't like an alcohol marker that's going to just go through the page. I ended up finding this crayon that works almost perfectly for his skin color, and that's what I used here. But it's fun. It kind of gives it a little mixed media moment. Yeah, another comic. So here's a comic about Rigel being not a very nice guy. I guess Orion likes a bad boy. This is with Posca pens. I don't think it executed very well whatever I was trying to do here. Juniper, who is that? We don't know. Rue with his hair down. I like these Orion sketches. Those are fun. This was off. This is when I went to go see Across the Spider-Verse. They gave me this collectible ticket, so I just stuck it in here. I like this Rigel. Very nice. I love this page with Orion. The orange pencil on the black. It's really fun. Although these are all the same expression, so it's not much of an expression sheet. Another fun comic of vague and obscure feelings, also about Rigel not being as nice as he was. I'll let you read that. Yeah, Orion eating a burger. Canonically, he isn't able to eat burgers because he can only stomach things that are incredibly sweet. So physically, he can't eat them. But I know that if he could, he would love a burger. And I did this with Posca on top of a In-N-Out receipt. And that's where I got the idea from. Buttoning up a shirt, I guess. Princess Bride reference, I think. Some warm-up sketches, then drawing, of course. I think I really captured this soulless expression very well here. Juniper and Orion, Rue, looking very elegant here, I think. Rue on a beach day. I love his outfit. He's killing it. Some sketches. Juniper. Juniper wants you to braid her hair. Now it's Juniper's time to go to the beach in her beach outfit. Very cute. Some more sketches. I don't know what happened here. Oh, this stamp, I think, bled through when I closed it. That's not cool, but some Junipers. I don't know what this pose he's hitting, but hey, it's fun. More that character you saw earlier. I cut off their feet again. I never learn. Karaya spread, bird brain. I love drawing her. I think she's so fun. Comic about Orion being that character that's always more concerned about another person, even if he's the one in worse shape. And also, he passes out when he sees blood, so another doodle dump page. More Orions and some hands. Nice. Oh, this is, I forget exactly what picture it was. I saw it on Pinterest, but this is a very specific picture, and maybe some of you will know what I'm referencing here, but it was mostly an anatomy study, but then put Rigel's face on it. And then I colored everything with Posca marker, so I think it looks really cool. This is a redraw of an old drawing on my Instagram of them from like 2019, but I do love that pose. They're supposed to be dancing, and maybe Orion is a bit too drunk. Love this Will. Some Rue. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think we walked in on something here. I love this colors, whatever's going on. Don't even know what that is. Some sketches. I like this full body thing, whatever that is. Okay, so some of you may know the Animal Crossing sticker I did with Orion and Rigel, where they're like humans in Animal Crossing style. Then, of course, I've always wanted to do a sticker of them as animals in Animal Crossing. So Orion would be a goat, of course, and I was thinking Rigel would be a tiger, and I think that just fits him so well. I think it's so cute, so I definitely think I'm gonna do a sticker like this, probably for my sticker club on Patreon. So if you're interested in my stickers, you might want to check that out. I think he's wearing a see-through top, or it's a wet t-shirt. I'm not sure. Anyways, drawing Rigel. I think I'm trying to figure out what his outfit looks like in the story with a more Mexican inspiration. It's my In-N-Out receipt. Yeah. Some doodles. I got this sparkly blue washi tape. Sorry for the lighting, it's like really cloudy right now. Usually the sun is like blasting through my window right here, but hopefully it's not too bad. Again, I feel like you shouldn't be seeing this. Oh, this over here is me trying to do a style studies, which I think I should try to tackle again someday, because these were my only two drawings that I did. This is Orion obviously in a Ghibli style, but both of these look too much like their references. So I feel like I didn't really get it, but this was using Ashitaka as a reference, and then obviously Ranma. I should do this again. This whole spread is about a stray thought that I had about Orion having like a quirk where he just like constantly covers his face. I don't know, out of self-consciousness maybe? But yeah, I love this drawing though. A blend of markers, colored pencil and Posca, and I think this is those credit colored pastel crayons. This I did on a separate piece of paper because I wanted to use my markers, my alcohol markers. And sometimes instead of trying to work around the bleed through on the next page, it's just easier to do it something like this, just paste it in. But I mean, sometimes it does feel like cheating, but I put this is like a backing from like a sticker set from like Daiso, and these like foam stickers that look really fun, and they add some density to my sketchbook when I close it. So love that. I did this drawing referencing myself. I hit this pose, took a picture, and then drew it. Because sometimes the Pinterest references get a little stale, so sometimes using yourself is easier. I do like how this drawing turned out though. Love the colors. This is some random like head practice drawing like random people's faces, I think from Pinterest. I'm not sure. Just doing some studies. Some Juniper with a pretty orange dress and her hair in a braid. Very pretty. Oh, so this comic is just about how Rigel is a biter and he likes to chew things. That's it. Character designing. More Rue, baby girl. He's hitting that John Garfield pose. You know the one. Oh, I like this Orion. Some more Rue. And everyone's judging him. Oh, I made this little comic about how in the beginning, Orion meets most of the other characters in the cast in his human disguise, wearing the glamour charm. And so this is a comic about Juniper's reaction to seeing Orion without the charm as his true purple self, and her reacting to the fact that he's purple. Yeah, this is where Orion's little short-lived crush begins. Hitting that backstretch pose. A little comic about my hair back when it was short and I wanted to grow it out. This is when I went to go see Asteroid City in theaters. I actually really like that movie. It's one of my favorites, for sure. The boys having a lollipop, I guess. Random characters. I don't know who they are. This is Rue getting his ponytail yanked, and he says youch. And then Orion is like, this motherfucker says youch, but he also says oof. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I come up with these ideas. This spread is based on the fact that I love watermelon. Another reason why I love summer. And then I got a yellow watermelon. Yeah. Some more random doodles, character designing. I think this is around the time I first started drawing my rat Sona. Oh, this is thumbnailing and sketching for a little animatic idea I had for Instagram, which I might still do one day, so that's why I blocked out the words here. But yeah, looks like it's gonna be devastating. Rigel trying to smile, and he needs practice. Like this Rue drawing. I think this page and the next few pages are a sketch request that I did. Juniper and some glam. Rue and Rigel arm wrestling. And of course, Rigel wins. Sorry, Rue. Pokemon Trainer Orion. I actually really like this AU, and I kind of want to do some more stuff from it because it was really fun. Oh, yeah, someone asked for a character that is the fusion of Orion and Rigel, and that's what we get. The drawing itself alone was kind of cursed, and then I thought maybe if I colored it, it would make more sense, and I was also wrong about that. So there you guys go. I think they should stay as two separate people, but that's just my opinion. This is clothing design for Juniper. Orion is wet for some reason. Colorful spread, just random drawings though. I think I was covering up something there. These are sketches for a little animation I wanted to do that I never ended up doing. Yeah, a little comic about Orion playing with Rigel's hair, and he likes it a little too much. He's touch starved. Fun little spread, some big Orion drawing. I wanted to draw something tender here, and then I also decided to draw it in sparkly orange gel pen, so that's a choice. A drink water sticker from Lee Ellickson that fell off my friend's water bottle. Yeah, don't know what's going on here. Ooh, okay, I love these next two spreads. There's a lot of random stuff happening in the middle here, although this is a really fun expression, but I just love these two drawings. What will he say? What will he do? Take that for what you will. This was a sticker I was going to sell in my sticker shop, but I never ended up getting around to making it. Animator sticker. I don't know how many people would actually even buy this, so yeah. I kind of like it though. Ah, Orion on my gum wrappers. Nice. This spread is really funny. Drawing a very dramatic, sensual piece here, and then I also stuck an empanada menu here. And I can't explain the choice or why I did that, but that's how it is. And then I also drew a comic underneath this. That's also devastating. This is about how I have a lot of Dragon Ball Z merch, especially like in and around my car. So when I'm wearing a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt with my car, I look like a super fan, which is kind of funny to me. I mean, I like it, but like some really doodles. Pariah spread, another one of those, looking fierce, looking intimidating, like she will fuck you up. Oh, I love this spread too. Okay. Orion and Juniper dancing. I feel like they would do that a lot in the story. Just dance and like be goofy together. Oh, and this is when I realized I made the discovery that I can draw Will with curly hair, which is a crazy realization for someone like me who has really curly hair. Groundbreaking, truly. So yeah, this is when I decided that I was going to draw Will with curly hair. Another banger spread. I love this one. Not necessarily what's going on down here. This is just, again, expression drawing. Pretty ugly expressions too. But up here, I really love what's going on. Here it says, "What dreadful, unlucky stars were you born under? May the fates have mercy upon your earthly soul." And then, of course, through the cutouts, you see Rigel's eye and his mark of the fates on his shoulder. And then you flip it. And then now you see Orion's eyes. This is his glamour charm. And it says, "Oh, what beautiful, prosperous stars. How blessed to be favored by the fates." And this was just from a sticker backing from Daiso that had these triangle cutouts, and it inspired me to make this. So sometimes junk journaling can really make you think outside the box. This spread is Rue centered, drawing him in some more detailed, ornate clothing, sombrero. This is also where I learned that in mythology, Fae are actually depicted as having more than 5 fingers. I think sometimes less than 5 fingers. So I thought that might be an interesting thing to add to Fae characters, having like extra fingers, just another physiological difference. But then, of course, I feel like I have to like make it known that like I purposely am drawing him with extra fingers, or else people might think I'm like not counting correctly. I am. I promise I can count to 5. A comic. Okay, here, and I couldn't even think of anything to put here, but this is supposed to be Bruce saying like a really dumb joke, like a dumb dad joke, and everyone is just like blank stare. And then Juniper comes in to rescue him, tells everyone to laugh. And then they do, except for Rigel, because of course, see, all Rue centered. Okay, I really love those multi-color changing pencils, but here I tried to actually color with it, and then it looks like this. So I apologized for it, sorry. Okay, and then here, as you might see from this comic down here, if you can even read that, I bought more art supplies from Daiso. Just some more highlighters, it looks like, and some pens. Catboy Orion. Rigel with unbridled rage. Random Orions. Very ominous. Yeah. This is a comic based on the idea that Orion would answer to being called ugly over being called short because he's not short. Yeah, it's a short joke. I remember doing this spread. Some beautiful Rue trying to design outfits for Orion with a more Mexican inspiration. Again, I think we have to look away here. Some tender drawing. Yeah, and this is about how I draw Orion a million times because this whole spread is him. I can't apologize. It's just what I have to do. Oh, I really love this spread. Okay, I love the colors. I love this washi tape that I have here. This is a line from a poem. It just hits really good with them. If you can't read my handwriting, it says, "For there are so many things I don't dare tell you." And this comic is not related to this, but they're all here. This is a drawing of me and my best friend Emily going to Disneyland in our little outfits. This is a little crocheted keychain from a store that we both grew up going to. I think the owner was selling these like handmade little crocheted animal charms. I have one here. It's not the one that I bought, but I went back recently and got another one. And they glow in the dark, which is really fun. I love little one-of-a-kind things like that. Some more doodles. I love this washi tape. This is a blue sketch. Orion as a teenager. A little comic of them, Blue and Rigel. I don't know if you can see it that well. It's like really light pencil. Some more Juniper. This spread isn't much to write home about. This is trying to reference that one swing painting. I've seen it in sculptures as well. Didn't do a great job. It is what it is. I draw Orion so much that I even draw him berating me for drawing him so much. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of level of obsession that's on, but for any of those who just saw my recent lore post with the juniper, I guess now you get a little bit more context for that. Oh, this spread was for my birthday. Mostly junk journaling for that, I think. And this is when I watched Good Omens, the second season, and I did a lot more drawings than just these, but not in here. I try not to do fan art in my sketchbooks too much, but I do make fan art for sure. Rare blue drawing, some Karaya, some Rigel, more junk journaling, doodles, bought more art supplies, more doodles, the boys having ice cream. Again, he's trying to make us look away. Really random, but I bought a book about like children's fashion from the 1900s to the 1950s, like a catalog. So I just drew these with the boys in reference to that. That's all that is. These are some sketches I made trying to thumbnail a design that I wanted to make in like polymer clay. That's what that is. Some more wheel drawing. At the beginning of the story, Will is just referred to as Dryad because Dryads don't really have uses for names, and there's not many of them walking around, so they can just call him Dryad, and then everyone knows who you're talking about. That is until Will finally gets a name from Orion. Little story lore drop. Little Prince, not very little. Repurposing a shopping list. This is also from a poem. I remember the name. It's called The Hound of Heaven, which has nothing to do with anything other than I just really like the line, fondest, blindest, weakest. It was like stuck in my head for like a week. That's what that is. Yeah, Orion on that honk shoe. Rigel with his sword. Oh, and this is actually from my discovery that if you go like this, see, like this, you can see, but in between my fingers, it's like 3 stars. In between my fingers. So if you go like this, in between my fingers are like 3 stars, which the work in progress title for Orion's story is all the space that's in between, and 3 stars, you know, like Orion, and also the mark of the fates. I don't know if this is making any sense, but I feel like that was just talkings of like a madman. Hopefully that made sense. If not, it's totally fine. Orion, if I could just pick him up and put him in my pocket. Karaya calling us pathetic, and Juniper. She's not calling Juniper pathetic. I feel like here you can really tell I was losing steam because I'm so close to the end here. I think 4 pages away. And it always happens to me where I lose steam because I just want it to be over. These are swatches from the Arctics, I think that's how they're pronounced, acrylic paint markers. Using them here and here, I think. Orion braiding Juniper's hair. I want to go to the museum. I wonder if I did. My Ratsuna. Don't know what's going on here, but I love the vibe, love the colors, really fun. Sleepy Rigel with pink hair, I guess. I think this was close to Halloween because 2023 Orion was a vampire for Halloween. Very intimidating, especially for a guy who can't stand the sight of blood. And then Nurse Rigel, because why not? Fun little doodle page. Rigel biting Orion's hand, I guess. More doodles. A friend's mom brought me back this Ditto merchandise from Japan, and then of course I had to give it to Pokemon trainer Orion. I mean, it's perfect, right? And this is when I went to the Getty for the first time, and not on the Getty grounds, but near it in Santa Monica, there was this ginormous fig tree. It's like the 2nd largest one in California. Beautiful. I love huge trees like that. And then last page, I tried doing this really cool drawing that it had a reference for and everything, and then I wasn't really amazed by it, so I went over and I put these red strips of paper. I did like white gel pen for the spaces in between. I love the concept, the execution not so much, but you know, that's what a sketchbook is for, you know, experimenting, especially with multimedia. So I love the effort is what I'll say. That's it. Started September 19th, 2022, finished December 10th, 2023. So a little over a year. And that is that. Thank you so much if you watched all the way through. I know it was a lot. It took me 3 separate days to film this. So I can imagine that this video is really long. So you're a real one for sitting all the way through it. And if you're interested, I do have my digital scan of this sketchbook, like I said, available on my Ko-fi. I'll link that down below. If you like my art, if you're interested in seeing more, consider subscribing because I just finished another sketchbook. So another sketchbook tour should be happening soon, and I would hate for you to miss it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.